Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, guys. Between me and you, all right? Shh, don't say nothing. Don't say shit to anybody, but check this out. Look what I got. Look at that. Fresh fruit. Check this shit out. Oh, they can't stop me. They can't stop me. The mainstream mediocres keep telling me that black people have these food deserts and they can't get their hands on fresh fruits and vegetables. But I keep proving them wrong. Like I said, hey, shh, mum's the word. That's between me and you. Don't tell them that I cracked the code and I found a way to get fresh fruits and vegetables. Bullshit. Guys, you want to hear some more bullshit? So I saw this a few different places today. So apparently the Bidenis Pervertis administration, the administration of our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. You promised me hard candy and 8-year-olds. So this bumbling idiot decided that it's a good idea to give a $10 million grant to Mexico for, drum roll please, I can't hear you guys. All right, here we go. For gender equity. No, that's it. There's nothing else. There's not a laundry list of other things they're going to use this money for. Our money, your money, my money. They are giving it to Mexico for gender equity, whatever the fuck that is. So, of course, are they going to have some American diplomat, some empty suit piece of shit, walk the money down there in a stainless steel briefcase, handcuffed to their wrist? No. They're going to give it to some International Labor Commission to dole out the money. So another international corrupt organization is going to take 10 million of our dollars and distribute it properly to these underrepresented people in Mexico. So it's basically for the female workers. So they're represented more in labor jobs, the higher up, upper management, to combat discrimination and sexual harassment in the workplace. Now, from my experience, growing up around Mexican folk, going to school in predominantly Mexican schools and towns, here's what I know. More often than not, most likely, in a Mexican household, it's going to be male-dominated. It's a male-dominated culture, even the language. I remember learning in Spanish 1 that if there's a table of 100 people and 99 of them are women and there's one man, you will refer to that table in the masculine sense. You will refer to them as if you would say like you guys or something. You would refer to it as though the entire table were male. That's just the truth. So what you're going to do, you're not going to do it to Mexican people here. You're going to take it to Mexico, where Mexican people come from, and you're going to take this $10 million and change their culture? Now, I'm not saying that Mexican men sexually harass women just because they're Mexican, but I'm willing to guess that in Mexico, in a workplace that's mostly men, the women are probably going to have it a little tough. Now, on a whole lot of different levels, that is so stupid, such a waste of time and resources and money. Number one, that ain't your damn business. Stay out of it. If the female Mexican employees are sick and tired of that shit, they will do something about it. It's not our place. Number two, I made a short list, a tiny one. I won't take a lot of your time. I made a short list of things you could spend that $10 million on right here in America. The country you fucking work for. Any public school, pick one. They need funding. Small business grants. You want to give Mexico a grant? Give a grant to a small business. You know what? Give a grant to a small business that was crushed by COVID. How about you adopt an American family? There's some out there that need some help, maybe one or two. Why don't you take that 10 million and do that? Or you could pay some people's medical bills. You could even, how about this, guys? I got one. You could give the money to a Baltimore public school where it's so fucking cold in the wintertime that kids can't take their jackets, hats, and gloves off when they get in the classroom. There's no heat. In the summer, I've been to Baltimore in the summer. It's hot and it's muggy. No AC. Maybe give those kids a couple dollars. Or you could wipe your ass with it, or you could clean up cat shit with it. You can throw it into a paper shredder and throw that shit like confetti. There's a million different things you can do in this country with our $10 million instead of send it to another country for some bullshit like gender equity. Now, the only thing that's correct is about this is that they're looking outward for these boogeymen because these boogeymen don't exist here. Now, of course, I'm not saying there's no sexual harassment in the workplace in America. Of course there is. I've been the victim of it myself. But this thing we have in America, I've mentioned it before, you might have heard me say it, is called recourse. Here in America, if you can prove that your employer or a coworker is sexually harassing you, it's a wrap. They will at the very least get written up and have it put on their record. If it's bad enough, they will be fired. I promise you. I just got done taking sexual harassment training about 2 weeks ago. What did I learn? If you're part of this tiny little protected class, you're fine. If you're not, watch your ass. What'd the mayor say of Rock Ridge in Blazing Saddles? He said, I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. You watch your ass. So if you're not in that protected group, you're walking on eggshells. You're, like my dad would say, you're skating on thin ice. So those are just a few things that our president and his administration can do with $10 million rather than send it to Mexico on some bullshit. And you know that money's not going to make it to Mexico. We're going to send it to the International Labor Committee Commission Group Foundation.org. That's a bunch of bullshit. That money is going to pay some mistresses' rent or give her fake titties so she keeps her mouth shut, or it's going up some politician's nose. And what's $10 million? What are you going to do with it? Make hats and t-shirts? What the fuck? That don't even make any sense. And the nerve, what a slap in the face to us. Our economy, prices are going through the damn roof. Look at your grocery store. Look at your gas station. Prices are going up on all kinds of shit. Building materials, all kinds of raw materials. But you have the extra money. I would call $10 million extra money if you're spending it on this dumb shit. You got the extra cash to send Mexico, who we've given billions of dollars to, Mexico. Why don't you look at some of the other money we've given you and take your $10 million out of that? A country we've given billions to. You can find 10 million more to give them? On what is gender equity? Oh, that thing that you don't have to worry about here? And it's minor. So, man, I don't give a shit what's going on in the Mexican workplace. I'm worried about mine. Why don't you worry about getting some of these Americans into a workplace instead of being at home sucking on that federal teat, that engorged, veiny federal teat? If the government was a woman, you'd see it'd be bleeding through her shirt. You have big old wet spots right on the nipples. There's so much damn federal money. Why don't you get them off of that and get them into a workplace? Get them into an American workplace, not worry about who's going, hey, toots, in a Mexican factory somewhere, you fuckers. What else do we need to hear from them? What else do they need to show us that they don't give a shit about us? We are merely a stepping stone. They are stepping on our faces to get more power. This shit is crazy. Man, you know what I'm about to do. I'm about to go home with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link, Teespring link, and JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.